I do a lot of random gigs. Like I love like traveling, doing comedy. I did this show a couple months ago. It was a comedy club out of state, like in Pennsylvania. They emailed me one day and they were like, Renee, do you want to host an all-women lineup tonight? And they just thought I was a girl because my name is Renee. I didn't care. I took the gig. I said absolutely. I did the show. I got paid, and as I was leaving, I overheard the booker of the club and the booker of the club and the club owner talking about me when I was walking out. Right? I just heard the booker just go, "Yo, that bitch was ugly." It hurt my feelings a little bit. I left the club teary-eyed, just like, yo, comedy's so misogynistic, you know? You guys like dark jokes? Yeah! All right, I'll hold you to that. All right. I don't think technology wants you to be happy. You can agree on that, right? I don't think technology wants you to be happy. You guys ever had a great day, and then your phone reminded you that a year ago you had the worst day? Has that ever happened to you guys? Crazy, you know, like a year ago, I do stand-up obviously, so like I try to promote myself online. I don't know if anyone here ever tried to do that, it's the worst, but but your Instagram gives you analytics about your posts, right? It just gives you information about it, right? So a year ago I posted about my childhood dog dying. You know, my guy Rusty, he died at 15 years old, but I posted that a year ago. So it came up and I was looking at the analytics, and then Instagram was just like, this post got 300 likes, it got 75 comments, but you weren't there for him when he needed you most. All right, you guys do like dark jokes, okay? Are you guys happy about the election?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, all right. I'm coming from this is upstate to me, so I didn't know what to think, you know, walking in here. But I think we can all agree if it's mixed, and you know, I think we can all agree no matter who you voted for, Joe Biden accidentally voted for Trump. Right? You just pressed the wrong button and fell. It's weird to give your opinion about politics. I understand now why they say, you know, don't talk about religion or politics. I get asked all the time, Renee, like, what are you, Democrat, Republican? Are you left, right? And I'm just like, yo, I'm on mushrooms right now. I don't even know where I am, you know, I'm sorry, what did you say, my man? Absolutely, man, it's a great way to escape responsibility in life, you know, I know what you guys are thinking, I'm dressed like a created character from Tony Hawk Pro Skater, right? Despite my aesthetic, I don't skateboard. I just didn't have any friends to skateboard with growing up as a kid, so I downloaded an app to help me find friends for that purpose. It's called Grindr. Couldn't find anyone to skate with, but everybody on the app was trying to fuck me, you know? I remember I met up with this guy from the app one day. We were just trying to grind 2 different half pipes, you know what I'm saying? Anyone here got roommates? You guys are like, nah, I got a mortgage, asshole. I live in New York City. I got roommates. But I got roommates. But growing up, I had a household full of women growing up, so I grew up with women my whole life, right? Like in my household, I had like 2 older sisters, my mom, my grandma, my dad's mistress. But as an adult, now I live with 2 dudes, and they're like my older brothers. I never lived with men before like that, you know, so I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was going to be way more misogynistic, right? Give you an example. A couple months ago, fresh out of a breakup, I brought my first one-night stand home. The next morning, she's leaving, and I walk back to my kitchen to both my roommates just staring at me. Now, they're dudes. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what the interaction was going to be like. I thought they were going to, like, give me a high five on the sex or something. But like quite the opposite. They like looked me up and down and they're just like, listen, Renee, you gotta stop running from your problems. You know? I think women are smarter than men. Do you guys agree with that? Yeah. I think women are smarter than men. I'm smart enough to know that. But I also think that God gave us something that you guys don't have. And that's post-nut clarity. Girls don't have post-nut clarity. When a woman comes, she stays in a bad relationship for a couple years. when a guy comes, he stays home. You know? I like you guys. I think women are great. I think women go through a lot of inequalities today, so I like to do my part to help combat the inequalities that women face. So I've been practicing this thing lately as a man. It's called semen retention. Saranac, like, you guys know what semen retention is? My guy on mushrooms was just like, "No, I'm busting my nuts." You know. You know what semen retention is? You ever heard of that before? No, he's like, "What's making a woman come?" No, so semen retention, that's when I, as a man, I don't climax during sex, but like I still pleasure my partner, right? You know, so this way, no one comes. You guys know what love languages are? You guys know what love languages are? No guy was like, "What is that?" You know, so I was seeing this girl, and she told me for us to work out, we need to have compatible love languages. And I was like, "All right, like, what's your love language?" And she told me quality time. She says, "I want all of your free time, and for you to always actively be listening to me." Fellas. That sounds like the worst one, right? Sounds like the worst one. Can I just buy your love? You know? She was like, "Renee, what's your love language?" And I was like, "Sloppy head." I don't know. Alright. I'd love to talk to you guys, but I got one more thing to tell you guys, and I'm gonna get out of here. Do you guys believe in God? You guys have God up here? It's called snow. In the city, we call that cocaine. I don't know. I'm just not a servant, but as I feel like as I'm getting older, I feel like people, as you get older, you want to have a better relationship with God. You think about that more, right? And I always wanted to have a good relationship with God. I always feel like my dynamic with God has always been off my whole life, right? Like, He's the Father, but I'm the one that left for cigarettes as a kid, you know? I like the idea of God. The idea of God's cool, right? But I feel like religion gets, like, weaponized against us sometimes, and that's weird, you know? I overheard this politician on TV, he goes, "We need to bring our kids out of drag shows, and we need to bring them back to church." Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather a drag queen babysit my kid than, like, any member of the clergy. Right? Because at least if I leave my kid with a drag queen, when I pick them up at the end of the day, they're going to come home knowing how to sew or something, you know? But if I leave my kid at church all day, they're going to come home a drag queen, you know? All right, my name is Renee Fuentes. Keep it going for Kay. Keep it going for